10 little things only elegant ladies do. After years of studying women who embody lasting sophistication, I've discovered that their elegance doesn't come from fashion or fortune. It's from the daily rituals shaping how they live and love. These are patterns you can adopt too. Today, I'll share 10 of the most defining traits elegant ladies live by. And at the end, a powerful habit almost no one speaks about. Number 1, pause before responding instead of rushing to speak. One of the most graceful habits you can practice is pausing before you respond. Silence, even just a few seconds, allows your words to carry more weight and meaning. When you rush to fill the air, you often end up saying things that feel unfinished or less thoughtful than you intended. But when you give yourself that short pause, you send a quiet message. I am present, I am listening, and I am in control of myself. Think about your conversations at work. When someone asks you a question in a meeting, the difference between blurting out an answer and taking 2 seconds to breathe before you speak is enormous. That pause makes colleagues lean in, sensing that what you are about to say is worth hearing. The same applies when speaking with friends or your partner. Your calm delay tells them that you are not only hearing their words, but considering them carefully. Research in communication from Harvard Business Review shows that short pauses increase credibility and make a speaker appear more confident. By embracing silence, you create space for thought, and that space is exactly what makes your words powerful. Number 2, place objects gently instead of dropping them down. The way you handle the simplest objects often reveals the state of your inner world. When you place things down with care, your bag on a chair, your glass on the table, even your phone on your desk, you signal calmness, control, and respect for your environment. It's a small action, but it carries a quiet power. Now contrast this with dropping objects carelessly. A bag thudding on the floor, and cutlery clinking too harshly, or a phone slammed onto the counter. These little jolts of noise create tension, almost like ripples that disturb the atmosphere around you. People may not always notice the action consciously, but they will feel it. In the kitchen, setting dishes down with care shows appreciation for the space where meals are shared. At work, gently placing your notebook in a meeting signals presence and composure. In social gatherings, handling a glass softly creates an air of attentiveness. Psychologists studying nonverbal cues often highlight that how we treat objects is closely tied to how others feel in our presence. When your movements are thoughtful, people sense safety and respect. Gentleness in this way becomes a form of silent elegance. Number 3, maintain stillness in posture rather than constant fidgeting. Stillness has a language of its own. When you sit or stand with calm steadiness, you project composure and quiet confidence without needing to say a word. It's a presence that people instinctively notice because it feels grounding, almost like a steady hand in a room full of restless energy. On the other hand, constant fidgeting, tapping your foot, shifting in your chair, twirling your hair, creates the opposite effect. These little movements often signal restlessness, nervousness, or a scattered mind. They can make even the most thoughtful words lose impact because the body is telling a different story than the voice. Think about sitting in a meeting, enjoying a family dinner, or even reading at a cafe. When your posture is still, you invite others into a calm space. They feel steadiness in your presence, and that steadiness makes them more comfortable around you. Stillness also reflects inner balance. It shows you are not in a rush to escape the moment, but are fully present in it. And as a gentle reminder, it conserves your energy too. Instead of scattering it through restless movement, you gather it, making your presence feel whole and intentional. Number 4, use a calm, lower tone when emphasizing important words. Your voice is one of the most powerful signals of confidence. And contrary to what many think, it's not volume that carries influence, it's tone. Speaking in a calm, slightly lower register, especially when emphasizing key words, creates a sense of authority and steadiness that people naturally respond to. A rushed or high-pitched delivery often weakens the message. It can sound hurried, anxious, or uncertain, even when your words are strong. But when your voice slows down and dips into a calmer tone, the same sentence feels grounded and trustworthy. Think of a presentation at work. A measured voice draws people in, keeping their attention far more than a louder, scattered delivery. or in personal life, guiding a child, giving advice to a friend, or sharing something meaningful with your partner, a softer but clear tone stays with them long after the conversation ends. Studies from the University of California, Los Angeles show that deeper, calmer tones are linked to greater persuasion and perceived trustworthiness. Your voice, then, isn't just sound, it's presence. And when you let it carry calm strength, your words naturally take root in the minds and hearts of those who hear them. Number 5, protect private details instead of oversharing. It's natural to feel the urge to share a little too much, especially in casual conversations. Whether it's venting about work, opening up quickly to new acquaintances, or posting personal struggles online, the temptation is strong. But oversharing often leaves you feeling exposed and at times misunderstood. An elegant woman practices discretion. She chooses carefully what to reveal, not out of secrecy, but out of wisdom. By holding certain details close, she protects her dignity and the relationships that matter most. Thoughtful sharing builds trust, while constant disclosure can sometimes erode it. Consider friendships. Setting healthy boundaries means you give others a safe part of yourself without handing over everything. In the workplace, guarding private matters preserves professionalism and ensures respect. On social media, choosing not to display every challenge allows your life to remain yours, rather than everyone's to dissect. People often admire those who know how to protect their own narrative. Research in interpersonal communication shows that selective disclosure is linked to stronger, healthier connections. By keeping private details private, you invite others to respect not only your words, but the strength and self-awareness behind them. Number 6, smile with the eyes, not just the lips. A true smile is never just about the mouth, it lives in the eyes. You've probably felt the difference yourself. A polite curve of the lips can appear practiced, even distant, while a smile that reaches the eyes softens the entire face and communicates warmth instantly. Forced smiles, though often well-meaning, can feel incomplete. They may check the box of politeness but lack the spark of genuine connection. In contrast, when your eyes light up, when tiny muscles around them crinkle naturally, people sense authenticity without you needing to say a word. Think of greeting a colleague in the morning, seeing a loved one after a long day, or even exchanging a small kindness with a stranger at the cafe counter. A heartfelt smile in these moments is more than an expression. It becomes a bridge, making the interaction warmer and more human. Psychologists call this a Duchenne smile, named after researcher Guillaume Duchenne, who studied the link between facial expressions and emotions. Studies show that these genuine smiles not only build trust, but also make others feel happier in your presence. Smiling with your eyes isn't performance, it's presence, and it stays with people long after the moment ends. Number 7, excuse themselves quietly when leaving. Instead of announcing, there's a certain grace in leaving a space without needing to draw attention to your departure. By excusing yourself quietly, you allow the flow of the moment to continue without disruption. It's a small act of consideration, but it leaves a lasting impression of thoughtfulness. In contrast, announcing your exit loudly or with unnecessary detail often shifts focus away from the gathering itself and onto you. It can break the rhythm of a dinner, a meeting, or even a small get-together among friends. At a family meal, a gentle word to the host is enough. In a professional setting, a discreet nod or a quiet excuse maintains the respect of the room. In social circles, slipping away softly often feels more elegant than long explanations. This subtle practice communicates maturity and confidence, the kind that doesn't seek the spotlight, but naturally holds it through understated presence. Number 8, acknowledge others' presence with subtle nods or small greetings. There is quiet power in simply recognizing another person's presence. A gentle nod, a brief smile, or a soft good morning carries far more weight than many realize. It says, I see you, and you matter. Ignoring others, even unintentionally, can create distance. At the same time, overdoing greetings can feel forced and insincere. The balance lies in small, genuine gestures that meet the moment without overwhelming it. Think of passing coworkers in the hallway, walking by a neighbor on your street, or encountering staff in a restaurant or office. A subtle acknowledgement not only uplifts them, but it also reflects your own sense of grounded confidence. These small acts of recognition cultivate grace in everyday life. They create warmth without theatrics and show that elegance is not about being grand. It's about moving through the world with quiet respect for those around you. Number 9, refrain from unnecessary self-touching, hair, face, phone. Repeated movements like tucking your hair every few minutes, touching your face, or constantly reaching for your phone can quietly distract from your words and presence. They send signals of nervousness or preoccupation, even when that isn't your intention. In contrast, keeping your hands calm and intentional communicates steadiness. It allows others to focus fully on what you're saying rather than what you're doing. Whether you're in a conversation with friends, sitting through a meeting, or enjoying a social gathering, this restraint adds depth to your presence. Grounded stillness doesn't mean rigidity. It simply means being aware of your movements and choosing to let your gestures serve your words instead of competing with them. With a little awareness, resting your hands lightly or placing your phone aside, you project quiet self-assurance, reminding everyone, including yourself, that you are fully present. Number 10, respect silence in conversations instead of filling every gap. Silence, when embraced, can be just as meaningful as words. It gives space for thoughts to settle, emotions to breathe, and connections to deepen. An elegant woman understands that not every moment needs to be filled with chatter. Nervous small talk or forced dialogue often creates tension, as though silence is something to escape. But when you allow it, silence becomes a gentle companion that signals comfort and trust. Think of a deep conversation with a close friend, a quiet car ride with someone you love, or even a shared meal where words are few but the presence is strong. Those pauses often say more than language ever could. Research in social psychology shows that comfortable silence strengthens trust and intimacy between people. By respecting the quiet moments, you communicate confidence, thoughtfulness, and a rare kind of presence that makes others feel truly at ease with you. Bonus point, respect silence in oneself, choosing intentional quiet time daily. This is the powerful habit almost no one speaks about. Creating silence within yourself each day. In a world that constantly demands your attention, through phones, conversations, or endless tasks, intentional quiet becomes a form of self-respect. It is the space where inner elegance is born. Constant noise and busyness scatter your thoughts. But giving yourself even 10 minutes of stillness, through journaling, a mindful walk, or simple reflection, brings clarity. It strengthens your presence and makes all the other habits you've heard today feel natural, not forced. This kind of solitude is not emptiness, it is nourishment. It sharpens your awareness, deepens your sense of balance, and allows you to step back into the world carrying calm strength. If you've stayed with me until this moment, thank you. You are now part of this community of growth. Women committed to living with grace, depth, and quiet confidence. If today's message spoke to you, share it by writing Quiet Elegance in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, and pass it along to someone who would be uplifted by it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Stay tuned for the next video recommended on your screen. It will build beautifully on what we've explored today. I'll be back tomorrow with more insights just for you.